here's the final perspective until you people either go to war with the Iranians, Turks, the French, the Indians, and everyone and China and everybody who wants to free Palestine and get rid of the Zio capital losers like George W. Bush and Joe Biden and Jill Biden and Kamala Harris, and wants to free the world instead of enslave the world with banks and bullshit. I'll tell you why we're fighting right now. And the rest of the bullshit, I'll tell you why we're fighting right now. It's because you people still, you George W. Bush, you are still a pussy and a loser and a faggot. And you won't give Dario Shokov a visa to the United States. You and the Germans that support Israel and the Germans that support Joe Biden and the British that support Joe Biden, you people are the pussies and the faggots who think you can install a monarchy over there and keep the world enslaved to your banks and to your Christianity. But and that's the reason that's the reason we're headed to a world war. Not because you people are standing up for freedom, and not because you people are standing up for human rights, and not because you people are standing up for protection of American citizens, and not because you people are standing up for protection of anything. It's because you want to control Hollywood, and you don't want to have, and you want to control the banks. And you know what? It's not a fight you're gonna win. If you and you know what? As soon as I come back to the USA, it all restarts because I am the restart weapon. I am the new. I have a U.S. citizenship, and I can come back to that country anytime I want. But I want to put it on out on YouTube. I want to put it out on Vimeo. I want to put it out everywhere on the internet so everybody knows what a pussy the whole Bush society is, and what a pussy the whole British society is, and what a pussy the whole Israeli and German and Vladimir Putin society is, and the Islamic Republic of Iran society is for not letting my uncle Dariush Shokov get a visa to the United States and make movies there from 20 years back, and instead of that staging the 9/11 attacks against the United States to make it seem like Iranians are the bad people, and trying to still do that today, even though Trump tried to fight it so much and say it's a fucking lie and try to promote me and my uncle and my father and go and get real and get tough with the Bushes and get tough with the Royals and get tough with the Germans and get tough with the Putins. All you people, all you backstabbing pieces of shit to the world and to humanity that run this establishment that you call the political system are going to restart whenever I choose, regardless of whenever I do that. Starting a war in Ukraine and trying to act like you're hot shit and trying to bother everybody about being great and being all this other stuff, it's all worthless. It's all worthless because you know what? America's going to lose the war. America's going to lose the war. Israel's going to lose the war. Germany's going to lose the war. No, I don't give a fuck about Reza Pahlavi. If that's what you want to do, you want to install Reza Pahlavi in Iran and that's your ultimate goal, get rid of Hamas. What are you going to do you're not going to get rid of Hamas. You're not going to get rid of Islam. You're not going to get rid of Turkey. You're not going to get rid of Iran. You're not going to get rid of Hezbollah. You're not going to get rid of people who hate, who want to be creative, of Muslims who want to be creative, and they want to be real. They want to be rock and roll. They want to be rap artists. They want to be painters. They want to be free from your banks. You're not going to get rid of these people. You're not going to get rid of all of us. Whether or not the majority of those people support me and my movies, or they like me and my movies, or they like me and my music, those people have a right to defend themselves. Those people have the right to be free from the banks and the war the fucking corrupt establishment keeps pursuing every single day, instead of doing something very easy, which is giving me and my uncle Dariush Shokov a visa to the United States so we can make movies and we can talk about Iran and talk about the regime as much as we want on TV and tell the whole world how bad it is, without being crucified from fucking loser Christian fanatics that would rather talk about Jesus and talk about Christianity and talk about how Jesus saves and Jesus is this and Jesus is that, and have other artists make movies in Hollywood and do this stuff for the last 20 years so you can sell your war on terrorism. The war on terrorism, it should be tried in the court in The Hague. It should be tried in the court of the people in the United States. And maybe Trump should be president again, and maybe the Bushes should be in jail, and maybe Clinton should be in jail, and maybe Tom York should be in jail, and maybe the Royals should be in jail, and maybe the Germans should be in jail, maybe the Israelis should be in jail, maybe Robert F. Kennedy should be in jail, maybe Larry David should be in jail, maybe some other people should be in jail, the banks should be in jail for never giving us any money for the last 20 years, maybe, or last 25 years, and a lot of other stuff. Maybe that's what the reality of it is. And you know what? I see the U.S. Army, I see the U.S. Navy, I see the U.S. Air Force, I see the Israeli Army, Navy, and Air Force. I see NATO, and there's nothing you can do about it.